Today we're going to do our cake decorating. So once you've once you've made either a vanilla cake, chocolate cake, or whatever flavored cake you like, we will be decorating with it, decorating a frosting. The type of frosting we're going to make is white chocolate. It's almost the same thing as buttercream, but instead of too much butter, you're going to also put 6 ounces of white chocolate that we're going to melt. We're going to temper the chocolate in the microwave 30-second intervals and not on a high power, because you don't want to scorch the chocolate or it won't melt smoothly. There'll be 3 cups of confectioner sugar, 3 sticks of butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're going to start over here. So make sure you do it at a lower level. You're melting the chocolate at a lower level. You have your cakes that have cooked and have cooled, and we're going to decorate them with making a white chocolate buttercream frosting. Your 3 sticks of butter should be at room temperature. See, they're soft. Your butter should always be at room temperature or it will not blend well. It's not melted yet. We're going to temper it a couple more times. Remember, 30-second intervals at a low level power so it does not scorch. You're going to cream the butter. You're going to blend it till it's nice and soft, and as the chocolate is melting, but you're going to add the chocolate once it's cooled, not when it's hot, or it'll melt down the frosting. Add your confectioner sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and you have a nice flavored decorating frosting. This is what it looks like after 2 30-second intervals. It still has some chips in there. And the power was of 8, a lower power, not the highest power. I'm going to put it in there for probably 15 seconds at half power. Chocolate too quickly, it'll scorch, become hard. It would not be melted chocolate. This is your room temperature butter. When it's room temperature, it's very messy. It's almost like melted. If for some reason you forget to take your butter out, and usually I take it out for 8 hours, so if in the morning I take it out, by afternoon I can make frosting. If you do forget, you can do a little trick by putting it in the microwave, but just a few seconds. No more than that, or you're dealing with melted butter. 15 seconds, yep. And the rest of the chips, where the chocolate has melted, just blend it up so it's not too hot. You don't want to put hot chocolate that's melted into butter, or you're going to have a mess, not a frosting. It's at 120 degrees, it's warm, so we will not add it yet. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, but I like to use vanilla paste. Same equivalent, a teaspoon of vanilla with a teaspoon of vanilla paste is the same. Gives it more of that bean flavor. Frosting, you don't want to use vanilla. Yes, my little signature is always a liqueur. You have almond liqueur, hazelnut liqueur, orange liqueur, the same amount, a teaspoon. If you want the chocolate, if it's too hot. If it's too hot to your finger, it's going to be really hot for the butter. But you can touch the chocolate without feeling heat, then it's pretty much at a good temperature. To add at least a pinch of salt in your buttercream. 3 sticks of room temperature butter, 6 ounces of white chocolate that is melted but not hot we're going to add, and a pinch of salt with your vanilla extract or any of your liqueur. You do add the chocolate, add it slowly, not all at once because of the heat. You want to temper the butter. You don't want to melt it. You're going to put the chocolate sort of to the edge of the bowl, not to the center. You're pouring it in to the edge of the bowl so the blade can get it, and not to the center, because you do not want to melt your butter. Keep an eye on your cream that's cooking over here. You start seeing some bubbles around the edges. You do want it hot. You don't want it to bubble over, because I've done the bubbling over of cream. Not that you can't use it. So, here's your butter, your melted chocolate. Scrape down the sides before you add the confectioner's sugar because you want everything well blended. Your pinch of salt, your vanilla extract, or any of your favorite liqueurs. Sometimes an orange liqueur tastes quite nice in frosting. Blend it up so it smooths out. So 3 cups of confectioner's sugar. And do it slowly because confectioner's sugar tends to be... Pour your confectioner's sugar in slowly because it tends to poof out and make a huge mess. Once you have your confectioner's sugar all put in, we're going to do the scraping to make sure everything gets incorporated. Go to the center, because sometimes in the center it stays down there, and then scrape up to the sides. Just scoop all your ingredients in. Gone down to the center to fold it up, scrape down the sides. One last whip through, and here you got a white chocolate buttercream frosting. It's very nice and light. If you did the white chocolate frosting, you are going to decorate the same day. You can refrigerate it, but you'll have to take it out in the morning or the night before and let it get to room temperature because it gets really hard again. Again, 1 minute, don't overbeat it. Now we're going to put our cakes together. If you do not have plate size, always a good cardboard and tin foil will help. Try to have something help you like the bottom of a cake pan or a tart pan to transfer cakes for you. It's good to have Lazy Susan. They do have cake Lazy Susans to help you decorate a cake. And then I put it on a pedestal so I can raise it up to chocolate ganache on this cake, and then we're going to also put it on this cake. We're making 2 cakes. An offset spatula, cake spatula, usually helps spread it. And just spread it to the edge because we're going to put the other cake, the vanilla cake, on top. Transfer your cake edge to edge. So now we're going to frost our cake and do it slowly because you don't want to pick up the crumbs into your frosting. I always start from the top and then push it all to the side. We're going to first do a thin layer because, as you know, for frosting a cake you always pick up the crumbs of the cake into the frosting. So what you do is you put the first layer of frosting, chill it, and then you complete it to make it all look clean. Well, there you have 2 basic cakes which we will decorate later for birthdays and graduations and for retirements. And I hope you've enjoyed decorating and baking some cakes. The vanilla cake is on my channel, Cocinarista Cook, and as well as the chocolate cake, and making the frostings are under cake decorating. I hope you've enjoyed, and happy birthdays and congratulations to everyone who makes a cake. Thank you.